Hi guys, Lemmy here, welcome back to another video. Now I'm going to start off by saying the supplies in this video that I'm using today are brought to you by the art subscription box company, Smart Art Box, and each month this company sends out everything you would need to create a special project. So link is in the description below if you're interested. This company has nothing to do with the topic I'll be discussing in my video today, and they may not share some of my ideas, but yeah, there's the disclaimer. Today I will be talking about what it is like to be a popular or a well-known YouTuber. This video was inspired by an email from a follower who asked me to help with a college paper that they're writing. It seemed like they needed some source material on social media and the impact on the artist. Over the years, I've helped with multiple papers, and it always surprises me what people write about in the essays. Like, you guys are so thoughtful and ask such interesting questions, so I always try to help when I can, but this one kind of made me think a bit. It was like, well, what do other people think of me and other YouTube artists? How successful do they think that I really am? And what truths or misconceptions are out there about being a YouTube creator or a popular artist? How have I changed from who I was since I started on my YouTube journey? These are all questions that this kind of made me think about. Before I get into the nitty-gritty, I want to say that in no way do I feel salty or upset by anything I'm about to say here in this video. My intention is to be as honest and upfront as possible so that you guys know what it is really like to be in this line of work. So that you don't get your hopes up super high and then realize it's not something that you thought it would be by pursuing this. In no way am I complaining about anything if I say something that is less than, oh my god, this is super amazing. Everything is from my perspective and my personal experiences, and I'm sure it does not represent everyone's out there. So with all that being said, here we go. I'm going to start off by saying I don't see myself as a popular YouTube artist or even very well known at all. And you may say, oh my god, but you have over 100,000 people watching you. And this doesn't mean that I don't appreciate every single person who is watching me. However, I don't feel any more popular or any different personality-wise than if I had 2 people watching me. There are plenty of other, more successful artists out there than I am. So I think regardless of how many people I have watching me, I think I'll always look to someone with the larger audience as the popular one. The bulk of the questions that I received in that email was about how making YouTube videos has changed me, or by having popularity has changed me. And I'd have to say at the beginning, when I started making videos, I was insanely shy, and it was crippling. But by doing something I'm uncomfortable with, over and over, I had gotten used to it. And in that way, I was able to be more comfortable presenting myself to others. Other than that, nothing has changed with my personality at all. I'm the same person I was years ago when I had absolutely no following. And I chalk this up to simply being yourself within your videos. If you put on a show or pretend to be a different person in front of the camera, there's something kind of disingenuous about that, but also you tend to change over time. I heard one guy had depression and he would pretend to be happy on camera until he actually became that person. It's weird how that stuff works, but as a person who studied behavioral science in college, I totally believe it happens. And I think that this was on Reddit. This was years ago when I read this. You might be sitting there and be like, come on, Lemmy, you can't BS me. Things have changed for you since you got more subs. And with this, I won't lie to you. That is true. Nothing about my personality or me has really changed. However, the way people look at me has completely changed. If you go into a chat room, there's a higher chance people will recognize your name and that they're friendly to you from the start. Companies look at you to market their items because you have an audience to share the item with. You tend to make friends and work with other YouTubers of similar subscriber counts and popularity. These are all special things that wouldn't have normally been presented to me if I didn't have a following on YouTube. Okay, but what about that super glamorous, exciting life of a YouTuber? You know, going out and meeting fans and going to special events and being treated like someone of importance. If someone is trying to tell you that they have a super exciting life on YouTube, generally it's just something that they're trying to present to you. Artists going to conventions or doing an event is not an everyday thing, so they're trying to promote that one bigger thing that they have, that they're working on at the time. You know, it's not like we get up every day and go to panels and conventions and have artist tables and we're followed by tons of fans and we're meeting them every day. But what about sponsorships? You know, being thrown crazy expensive items all the time for free. Actually, a lot of the time items are bought and then presented without the company even sponsoring us. And even when we are sponsored, most companies don't want to pay the artist to do the work. They think that the item should be enough. So in reality, a $15 item should make up for hours and hours of work, and then, you know, you have to present the said item. It's the most cheapest form of advertising to a large audience that I've ever seen. It's really a less than glamorous thing when it's broken down like this, but it is what it is. I do reviews not for being paid all the monies. I do reviews of items because I think that you guys would be interested in, or, you know, for your sake. It's not for my sake. Do I need 5,000 different lining pens? Of course not. But if I think it's something you guys would enjoy, I'll try it out, and if I like it, I'll share it with you. Not everyone has these opportunities to try the materials that I do, so in order to save you guys time and money, I make art supply reviews. Sponsorships are not as glamorous as they may seem. The reality is that, you know, we wake up like everyone else and we work on our videos like it's a job. Because that's what it is. It's a job. Can we enjoy our job? Of course. It's art, it's fun, we enjoy it. But it's also work. It's what we have to do to keep our lights on in our homes and food on our table. We have deadlines, we have to work, and we have to appease other people, and we have to work with each other. You know, some artists don't work with others, you know, they don't do reviews or collaborations, so it's a generalized statement. But we might have a job that we enjoy, but it's still a job, it's still work. And we may not present it in a way to our audience, but that's what it is. Another thing I figured I'd mention is that while making videos is our job, it's also our passion, and we can pour tons of hours into a video that we may think you guys will absolutely love. But then, you know, we have less than average views on that said video. It can be a real downer, financially and morally. Because of this, we have to supplement our income with other artistic ventures. When you become a YouTuber, it isn't like, oh, the YouTube monies will flow and take care of me. It's kind of like Project Runway. One day you're in, and the next you're out. Oh, and hey, you're also subjected to YouTube changing its algorithm around and not telling you what it's about and letting you figure out while you're struggling financially. These are all less than glamorous realities of this line of work. You know, it's like popcorn. Are you gonna put one kernel in the microwave and wait for it to pop before putting another in? No, you're gonna put your entire bag of kernels or business ventures into the microwave and work on everything at once, or you may end up starving. You know, sounds dramatic, right? But that's the truth of it all. Okay, so how popular am I? Have I ever met a sub walking down the street? Never in my life has that happened to me. I've never randomly met a subscriber of mine out in the wild. I've met a handful at an event that I had attended, which I publicized on my channel, but nothing more than that. And it's always crazy to me when I hear stories where people meet YouTube idols or their subscribers out in the open world. I hope this one day happens to me. You know, I'd be super happy, but I've never had that happen. So there you have it. Life is the same before and after popularity. You have a job that you love, but you also work very hard at it. It can be very exhausting, but also very fulfilling at the end of the day. People look at you differently, so companies want to work with you, and you work with others of a similar standing, and all these things are different. But essentially, you're the same person you've always been if you've been honest with your audience. Not every day is glamorous, and nor should it be. I do want to take the time to say that I appreciate you guys so much, and I mean, you've given me this opportunity to do my dream job, and there really isn't anything I can do in return for that but tell you how deeply I appreciate that opportunity that you have given me. And I will continue working so hard to bring you guys the content and hope that you guys enjoy it. I listen and read all of your comments, and thank you for being there for me throughout these years. So once again, this video supplies have been brought to you by a company called Smart Art Box, where I used solar products to dye this wood panel with a cute little design. Not something I normally do, but it was fun. If you found this project to be something that you would be interested in, check out their website in the description below. You can see what other products or projects, I guess technically it's the same thing, that they have available. You know, who knows? Maybe you want to sign up for a subscription box. And no, I don't get anything if you subscribe to the box. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I tried to be as honest as possible for you guys who are curious about getting into this line of work. So hopefully you found some use for it. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them down for you below in the comments section. I'll talk to you guys next week in another art video. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you all soon.